Hi everybody, it's Leonardo Manzano, and in this tutorial I'm going to teach you how to make puppet animation. Yes, puppet animation in Clip Studio Paint. For those who doesn't know what puppet animation is, well, it's simply moving parts of a 2D characters until you get the position you are trying to do. You repeat this in different times and all the in-betweens are filled by the software. It's a fast animation because you don't need to draw or color your character, you just does this once and the software does the rest. In this tutorial of Dado Almeida, there is an example of puppet animation. Dado has great tutorials, I highly recommend this artist. He always shares great techniques and tutorials. You can see the character breathing, this is an idol, but there is a mistake in his approach here. You see, all the layers are independent, so there is no hierarchy. Even when the animation looks great, it's not easily achieved. Let's see what happens when you animate this way. This is an example with a basic arm. Well, you can see every layer is independent. There is the hand, the arm, and the upper arm. So let's animate using the add keyframe. Now it's in linear, let's change it to smooth, and let's change this key to smooth too. Okay, now we can place first the center in the center of the upper arm, and now you can rotate it, but you can see everything is not connected. You know, the arm and the hand are not connected. So if I try to animate the arm, let's move it. Oh, I didn't place the center, the pivot center. So let's change it in the first one too. Now I can go and try to turn the arm, and I need to match the position of the upper arm. So you can see the animation kind of works, but it displays a little bit wrong. It's not easy to do. And the same happened with the hand. Let's try to move the hand in the right position. So you see, there is no hierarchy. So I need to do this for every part of the body. The animation is not great, it can work, but it looks bad. Now, let's do it in the right way. We need to create the hierarchy for all the layers. So select everything and drag to the folder. Let's call this folder upper arm. Now all the layers in these folders are childs. So when I move the folder, I move the layers inside the folder. I can create another group for the arm and the hand. This will be called arm. I'm going to place some rhombus in the layers I want to move. This way will be easier for me to find which ones are the ones I want to create keys. Now we can create a keyframe. This keyframe will be for the entire arm. Let's place the center of rotation in this cross. And now you can see, if we rotate this folder, everything inside will rotate. Now let's move the arm. The center of the arm and the center of the hand. If we start the animation, well, here I'm moving the hand. Let's move the entire arm. So let's place here the arm. And let's place the upper arm here and the hand here. And let's copy the first one of each one to finish at the beginning. Okay, let's check our animation. You see, everything is easy. You just move the arm, the complete arm, and then the sub parts of the arm, like the upper arm or the hand. And you can see all the in-betweens are made by the software. It's quite easy, and the movement is perfect. There is no movement relative between the ones you animate first. It's faster and better. Let's check how will the process look with an entire body, with a full body. So first of all, I create the folder structure for this animation. You can see these are the layers for each part of the body, and down there is the folder for every part, like the torso. So let's place all the layers in the right position. First, the right hand, the right arm, the right upper arm. Everything needs to be in right arm. So this way the right arm will move all the layers for the arm. In the head, there will be head and the left arm will have the left hand inside the forearm, the left arm inside the forearm. You know the names, you can choose the names. It need to be like, it need to have sense for you when you choose the names. So the left arm is ready. Right leg, so let's choose right toe inside the foot. Right foot inside the foot. We need to place the rhombus in the right toe because we can animate the toe. Right leg. Inside the folder of the leg, outside the folder of the foot. The right thigh, we can put it down. It's like the best way to choose the position is that the layers will be in the right order. So the thigh for the left leg, sorry, the toe for the left leg, the foot, the leg. Let's close this. Now the thigh, okay, it's in the right position. Now the hips can be in the torso area. Oh, sorry, the torso is in the torso area. Oh, it's inside the leg. We need to correct this. Need to be outside, yeah. And the hips can be outside everything, outside the folder of the body. Oh, the torso needs to be between the arms. So let's place it here. The hips, it need to be in the body, but it can be outside. Everything's okay. Now we need to start the animation. So let's start in 0. Let's place the center of rotation for everything. So the torso needs to move in the torso. The right arm, so the first one is for the entire arm, then for the forearm, and then for the hand. This needs to be set at the beginning. You cannot wait and place this at the end. You need to place all the center of rotation when you start your project. So right arm is ready. Let's do the rest. The hips, well, the hips are not important because I'm not going to animate the hips. I'm going to do this fast forward to make it faster, but it's the same procedure we did already. So everything needs to be, all the center of rotation need to be place in the right spot. Well, I check everything and everything looks all right. Now I can start moving parts. So let's move the torso, and you can check all the layers inside the folder of the torso will move everything together. If I move the right arm, it just moves all the layers for the arm. But there is a mistake. You can see the left arm is in front of the right leg. This is a big mistake, and this will happen every time because Clip Studio doesn't have Z position in space, so I cannot move things in the Z position. And that's a big problem because not even when the folders are in the right position, you cannot place everything in the position you want, because sometimes you need to place things together to avoid this to happen. Like the arm. Now the arm is not part of the torso. If I move the torso, the arm will stay static. So this is a big mistake, and there is ways to cheat it, but there is no way to avoid it. So you need to be aware that sometimes the layer will not be in the position you like, but anyway, you can animate everything, and when you're going to render, you can later move the layers to the position you want. Like if you want the right arm behind the body, you can animate the right arm and then you can move it. Sometimes will create problems, but it are not too hard to fix. Let's create a walk cycle. This walk cycle will be in 12s. So this means that we need 1 second of animation. Let's create 1 second of animation. In these seconds, we'll have 2 steps. 1 step with the right leg and 1 step with the left leg. So in the first frame, let's place the first position. Let's start with this position. So this is the length of the step. Okay. This is based in the Richard Williams walk cycle. So the first step will be the contact. Let's place it like a little bit better. So let's bend a little bit the knee. The foot and the toe will be in this position, and then we need to move the entire body and place this in our ground. So you can see the step is not right, so we need to fix the right leg. Maybe we can bend a little bit more the left leg, and let's move the entire body again. Yep. So this is my first step, but we need to place the hands too. Remember, the hands need to be opposite to the one in the same position. So if the right leg is in front, the right arm need to be behind. So let's find the torso, right arm need to be behind. Let's move a little bit the forearm too. Maybe this is the first. The left, we can move it too. Let's place it here and this here. This is our first step. The one thing we know for sure is that the last step will be the same first. Okay, so we can copy this frame and paste it. Remember to paste this in the 25 frame, because then we need to because this frame is the same that the frame 1, so we need to take it out, or this frame will repeat twice, and it will feel like a stop. I'm going to do this fast forward until I get all the frames copy and paste in the last position. So right now nothing's happening. In frame 13, we need to make the same position but reflected. So this leg will be behind and the left leg will be in front. So let's try to do that. But first, I want to do this part because I think it's important. A walk cycle is a linear movement. I made a mistake because I create a smooth keys, but I can change it easily to linear. And I place these squares because I need to create four main position for this walk cycle: the contact, the down, the passing position, and the up position. The legs of the character needs to move the same amount for each of these positions. So I create these squares. These squares will help me to place the legs in the right spot. If I don't do this, the problem is that the legs will slide in the ground. When you do this in like a white background, with no background, everything looks nice. But when you create a texture background, like let's say it's walking in a hallway, if these legs are not moving in linear speed, this will look like the legs are sliding, like they are not, there is no friction between the foot and the floor. So this is important. I'm going to place these squares to create my basic movement. So now I know that this will move in the right position, this will move in the right position, and everything will look more grounded when I finish. So let's create the second contact. This contact is the one who is the reflect of this one. So we need to move the arms, for example. They need to be in a quite similar position as the previous one. Forget to change all the keys. I'm going to change all the keys to linear. Okay, everything's linear now. This is linear too. So let's continue. The right arm, let's move the left arm. Left arm, moving maybe here, forearm here, this forearm here. And now let's do the same with the legs. So the right leg will be behind. Let's move these to the right spot. The foot, the toe. Let's try to put it in the exact position. It's not super crucial. This is better if we have consistency. Okay, now the left leg. Remember, this leg needs to be in a position similar to the one we did first. So let's try to put is here. So now this is the walk. I didn't finish, sorry. Oh yeah, I finished. So weird. Oh, I didn't paste the right arm. Let's check this out. Torso. Okay, there's a problem here. Okay. Okay, now everything looks good. I know it looks terrible, but this is the first part. So we need to create the rest of the positions. So we don't need the 25 anymore. Now we have 24 frames. So the next position is the passing position. This position is in the middle. So in this case will be at 7 and at 19. So let's create the pass position. This position, okay, let's put the body a little bit up, because we start with the right leg. We need to put the right leg straight here. So right leg, let's place it here. This is the position for the body. Need to be here. So remember, because it's the second position, the point of the foot need to be in the middle of these squares. So this means that right now the movement is about 2 of these steps. Okay. I made a mistake maybe. Yeah, I think so. Okay. The body need to be at the same position in 1, 13 and 25. So let's copy this, paste it. Okay, now let's move the left leg. The left leg needs to be a little bit in front, like this. We can place the foot a little bit like this. The arms are quite right in this position. Let's change a little bit some of the main parts. Let's do this. Left arm. I don't know where it is. Maybe here. Yeah. Let's put this here. This is the second position. So I wish we could do the same here. We need to do it manually. So let's try to place it in the same spot. The height will be the same. So let's copy this, paste it here, and let's fix the position of the legs. Okay. The right leg needs to be a little bit in front. Let's bend this knee. Foot and toe go behind. Left leg. Let's put it straight. Remember, we need to place it here. So let's fix some of the things first, and then we can change the position. It's quite off. We need to be behind. So let's move the entire leg. Okay, maybe here. Foot need to be flat. Okay, this is the second position. It's not bad. Let's change a little bit the arms. I am moving the arms because I want the arms to have key positions. If I don't do this, there will be no keyframes in the 7 and 19 position, and maybe when I feel the rest of the of the keyframes, it can move or do something weird, so I prefer to keep everything with keys, and that way I know the position is right. So now in the middle of the 7 and 1, so this number 4, let's create the down position. The down position is the one who it's the lower position, and it's the one who shows the weight of the character. If this down is not too big, it means that the character is light. If it's super low, it means the character is quite heavy. So we don't have a heavy character or anything. So let's try to place the legs, the right leg. It's almost in the right spot. It's good. But we need to create a bend to make it look better. Okay, this is my position. I can bend a little bit more than this. Let's try it. Let's bend a little bit more this knee. So the leg will be here. Yep. And the foot will be here. It's too much. Yep. And this way I need to make the body a little bit lower. Okay. See? This is how heavy the character is. Okay. In this position, because this is the second position, you need to be in this part of the squares. Okay, let's fix this part. Okay. Oh, where is the leg? Here. Let's create something like this. Yep, you can see it's moving quite well, and this first part there's a mistake, maybe here, but we can fix it later. Okay, let's place the arms. The arms need to be swinging more. This need to be quite behind. And let's place this quite in front. Okay. Now we need to create the up position. Okay, the up position is the higher position. Because we finished this one, we can copy this, paste it here, and then in frame 10, it's in the middle of 7 and 13, let's do the up position. So the leg is quite in the right spot, but I want the character to be higher. Maybe here. So let's fix the right leg. Foot lower, and the toe need to be bent. It's quite well, but it's not the right spot. Let's move this a little bit more. Yep, that's the right spot. The knee for the right leg need to be high. This will be behind. See? We are doing it. quite good. Let's copy this, paste it 22. Yep, now we have the full movement. Of course, these are wrong because we need to do the 16 and 21 too, and we need to finish the 10. So let's place the arms. The arms. Okay, the arms. Let's place these. Maybe like this. Let's place this a bit behind this bend. Okay. Yep. Look how well the legs are moving in a perfectly linear movement, and the legs are static in the ground. There are some small mistakes like this one. Position is not quite well. We can fix it later. Let's finish this. I'm going to do this fast forward because it's the same that the previous one we just did, just in opposite positions. Now we can check how looks our walk cycle. It's quite robotic, but the actual positions are okay. I think you go too fast in the intermediates. The legs look, the movement of the legs are okay, but the hands are not quite well. I'm going to try to fix the arms, and then we can check together the rest. This is the final animation. You can see you can move things or make it a little bit more soft or whatever. This crazy thing is the animation from the beginning. You can see the structure of the folders are exactly the same, but there are a lot of layers, and I use vector layers for the character. I like vectors because it helps you to keep everything more consistent, and you can see there is a lot of layers there because vectors like a vector layer can be filled, so you cannot fill inside vector layer. So you need to create a raster layer and make all the colors in this layer. So because there are so many layers, that's why it looks a little bit chaotic. But this is exactly the same that the one we did. The big difference here is just the design of the character, and I create an animation folder for the torso because it gave the character a little more 3D aspect because it's swinging the shoulders, and this is here. This is the torso area. Yep, this is the animation folder. You can see it's just a frame by frame animation of this piece, and that's it. That's how you can create puppet animation in Clip Studio Paint. It's quite simple, it's powerful, and it can help you to make faster animation. I hope you like it, and thank you for watching.